Sir, first and foremost, we are very proud to have a Sri Lankan from District 82 as the first Vice President of International Toastmasters. Please tell us about your journey since you started 25 years ago.
It has been a journey of progress, and it has been a very humbling journey in terms of leadership. And I joined Toastmasters not to attain any of these positions. It has just kept pushing me, and also has kept challenging me all the time to achieve greatness in everything that I did. And again, all this was due to people around me, because ultimately it is not me alone. Many Sri Lankan Toastmasters and many Indian Toastmasters have contributed to the growth of this movement in Sri Lanka and India, and it is from them that I drew all my inspiration to serve the Toastmasters world in this part of especially in this part of the world.
Many significant events have happened over your 25-year tenure as a Toastmaster. So I'd like to ask about one very significant event that happened when you were the Territorial Council Chairman from 2003 to 2006, which was the unification of Sri Lanka and India as District 82. Could you tell us the significance of this event?
We started as a single club in Sri Lanka and then a single club in India. The Colombo Toastmasters Club of Sri Lanka and the Garden City Club of Bangalore. When we formed the Territorial Council, we had 3 official clubs operating in Sri Lanka and about another 2 clubs meeting. And in India we had about 6 to 7 clubs. But both the countries did not have the numbers to form a district and set a vision for Toastmasters in these 2 countries. So the significant thing that happened over the Territorial Council formation was to set a vision to form the Territorial Council between these 2 countries. And I, of course, being a Sri Lankan, took the advantage of the Indian magnitude of the population and the growth that it could have for the movement. And we, being very small in that population ratio, had to join with a country like India to form the Territorial Council, and it was not the Territorial Council that was the vision of the Sri Lankan Toastmasters, which team I led in order to form the eventual Provisional District 82. And that was the significance behind the formation of Territorial Council and then subsequently the Provisional District 82 in 2006.
Do we have the numbers now?
We have 10-folded the numbers. We have 10 folds.
Does that warrant a split?
We have split every 2 years since 2008. We now have not 1 district, we have 4 districts operating already in these 2 lands.
You have since held the positions of Lieutenant Governor, Education and Training, and then District Governor in 2008 and 2009. Subsequently, you were elected to the position of International Director for the years 2011 to 2013, and then Second Vice President in August 2014. Tell us of your experiences of holding all of these posts.
If you ask me about the experiences of holding all these posts, there is one common factor. It is to serve the members. But if you ask me the significance of each and every post has its own definition of leadership, and it is distinctly different to one another, because the responsibilities of each and every post is different to one another. Job functions of every post is different to one another. And your responsiveness to membership needs is again different to one another. So that is why progression is important in leadership. Progressing with understanding of the job clarifications, role clarifications, and the members' needs is very important in order to be successful in whatever you do, in whichever capacity you lead, because ultimately you are serving the member with a difference.
Collectively, all those portfolios you've held and the roles that you've played in those capacities, do you think they would help in your role as the first Vice President?
Definitely. If I got elected straight as the first Vice President after being a Toastmaster for 26 years, I would have just been a frog in the well. It is the journey that has molded me to the person I am today and to the role that I am anticipating to perform. So it is important to walk through the journey of life itself, and especially in Toastmasters leadership life, in order to understand the dynamics of the organization's future and also members' needs.
Did you expect when you started off that you would one day hold any of these posts?
All that I expected when I joined Toastmasters was that I will get enough of food to eat from the Transasia Hotel at that time when I joined, because I did not join to play in this level of leadership. I joined Toastmasters because of the 5:30 to 6 fellowship at that time, and I was getting free food at a 5-star hotel at a very meager cost, and I dreaded to speak in front of all the eminent people at that time who were members of the Colombo Toastmasters Club. I least expected that I will move beyond the club, but rest is history. Today it has not only taken me alone to this position. Many of us from Sri Lanka, many from India have progressed in leadership. It is a fact that I have reached to this position, but I anticipate many more in the years to come to hold high positions in leadership at all levels of Toastmasters.
Surely food and beverages were not the only reason why you joined the Toastmasters. What was the actual source of encouragement for you to join at the time, sir?
It is nothing but the fear and the inhibitions in speaking. But you have to have incentive to join and sustain yourself. And we talk all the time of retaining members. So to retain members, you must have fun. And that fun was fellowship at that time. Today we have many aspects of fun in the movement. It's starting from cricket to speech contests, which we did not know at that time. There is something like this, some speech contest where we could reach to the top of the world, or we could get in the next consecutive year another finalist on stage. These were not known to us. We did not know beyond the club. So my inspiration to be in the club was in order to fight my inhibitions in speaking. But when I became the president of the club after serving 12 years as a club officer, is what pushed me to look beyond the club. And that is why I stayed in Toastmasters. And I am still in Toastmasters for what it has given me and what I'm able to speak today. I'm able to sit with you at this interview only because of Toastmasters. So that is why I'm in Toastmasters.
Sir, in August 2014, you were elected as second vice president with an overwhelming majority of 13,410 votes, which was almost triple the number obtained by the other person, the other candidate. Why do you think most of the people voted for you, sir?
Even the other candidate was a very good candidate. Probably the votership voted for me for what I had to offer at that time to them, which they probably felt and placed the confidence in me to be able to serve the movement in this position. So it is not just vote alone the factor, or the overwhelming majority is the factor. It is what you have to offer is the most important element of voters voting for you.
So,
And that is probably what I have won over the voters to decide to vote for me, with all due respects to my opposing candidate.
what exactly was it that you wished to offer?
Change yourself to change the world.
Describe
That was
your
my motto, my campaign motto. Change yourself to change the world. And that is what they believed to vote for me.
Describe your role as first vice president.
As more than the first vice president, as an executive officer, right? International officer of the Toastmasters leadership hierarchy. All of us play one role. There is 5 positions in that role: second vice president, first vice president, president-elect, president and immediate past president. All of us put together clearly work on the direction of the Toastmasters movement, future direction of the Toastmasters movement, and drive the existing strategic plan which is in place to achieve results and serve the member. So as a member of the executive committee and as first vice president, I will be working with the team, executive team and the board in order to achieve the mission and the envisioned future of Toastmasters, and also to work on the new strategic plan which has been introduced just a couple of days ago. So that is my mission.
What is your first move towards this objective?
First move towards the objective is to see that the new strategic plan is implemented and executed. It is not, it looks simple, but it is complex, because now we have grown into 135 countries. We were 126 last year. We've added 9 countries in a year. So, and the needs of all the countries are, specific. So we have to keep keep our focus in order to serve the members of all the clubs in the world. So that is the primary factor, to work with the board, the organization, the leaderships, the districts, not so much with the clubs because I won't have the opportunity of visiting every club, but I will definitely have the opportunity of meeting all the district officers at conventions and when I visit districts. So through these channels, my job is to work with them to the primary objective of serving the member throughout the organization.
Do you have any special focus on how these clubs operate internationally?
That's a fantastic question that you asked me, because that is exactly what we want to do. It is the 3 elements of the new strategic plan which I have embraced over the few weeks, and in the evolution stage of club excellence, member achievement, awareness, engagement and participation. So that is the focus that I would set forth in order to understand how all clubs can achieve excellence. So that is how I wish all the clubs in the world operate.
That concept which you just spoke about has been growing increasingly popular worldwide. What more could you do to encourage club and membership as the first vice president?
Clubs and membership, I would humbly request all the clubs in membership to look into the new strategic direction of the organization and serve the member, right? Because ultimately it is the member. Club is just an entity, but it is the members who have to achieve excellence, right? It is the members who have to be satisfied. Club's job is to provide the platform in order for a member to excel in the area of communication and leadership, and to live the Toastmasters program and the philosophy inside there. And only a club can do this, and that is why we have a club construction and a club platform. So I wish all the clubs concentrate on serving these members through these channels, using all our educational material as the guiding force behind serving the member.
So joining the Toastmasters, it has changed drastically. It has changed a lot over the years. How do you think the Toastmasters or the members should? I'll just rephrase that question. How do you think the membership should approach the Toastmasters now in joining the club?
Membership at large is if they are members, they've already joined the club. But our guests who walk in is yet to join, and they're a very important segment of our structure. When they walk into clubs as a guest, the club should ensure that they turn them into members. But as members, it is not worth just going to a club. That is why we say engagement and participation, right? They need to be able to take part in the program to get the maximum benefit of our program. Otherwise, you will just remain a member, not using the program. So I would like to request all our members to actually delve into the program and dive into the program and get the best out of it, because it depends on how much you are prepared to dig into the Toastmasters library and the program. What will determine your progress and growth through the Toastmasters program, which in turn will change your life.
If a person already exhibits very good leadership and communication skills, does he still require the Toastmasters?
Absolutely, yes. Any learned skills will erode if not applied, if not continued. It is not. I've been in Toastmasters for 26 years, and I don't intend leaving Toastmasters forever until I leave. It is not just that membership alone. It is an outlet to grow. It is an outlet to release your stress. It is an outlet to learn. And so you can just go and sit in a club meeting, and just being seated there in the club meeting is enough for you to come back home relaxed, re-energized, regenerated, with absolute satisfaction. And in leadership, it is not, in 2 more years, I might serve as international president and step down. But once you have led in any capacity, you will remain a leader if you keep serving. And you will remain a leader if you keep growing. Otherwise, you will just get isolated in life. So that is why it is important to stay in Toastmasters, so that you keep growing, keep learning every day in life.
You've served in various capacities over the last 25 years, and you're on the verge of reaching the epitome of it. Now your scope is far wider than it used to be. So how exactly are you going to handle the successes and improve the successes of areas and divisions globally?
I quite understand that you are alone at the top. So I would like to keep myself well grounded and keep my ears to the ground of members' needs, so that I can take all what is needed at ground level to the board and to the organization in order to serve the members. And I'm very mindful of that, and I wish to just keep growing in that sense as I move to the position of international president in 2 more years, but still be well grounded and stay focused in serving the member and being with the members.
Sir, District 82 has functioned very well, very brilliantly so far. Do you think it should be de-aligned now?
We have de-aligned 3 times now. We were 1 district and we are 4 districts. We were District 82 and then we became District 41 and 82, and then we have now become 41, 93, 98 and 82. So growth is inevitable. As we grow, the time will tell whether we have to de-align or not, but there is no need right now to de-align. So I would still advise to wait for the right time to de-align any district for that matter in the world.
Toastmasters International had recently initiated the REP, or Revitalized Education Program, to offer members improved opportunities to learn and grow. What was the necessity for embarking on such a project?
The world is changing. Change is the only constant, and Toastmasters movement has to change to keep up with the world trends and the generation trends. More and more, the channels of communication has changed, so we have to keep in par with the current trends, current needs, and so that is why the organization decided to embark upon the new Revitalized Education Program to serve the members. It is the biggest change, a massive change that the organization is embarking upon in its 90-year history. And the REP is already on test run, and I have no doubt that the REP will be a program worthy of being followed by every member of the organization when it is fully launched.
You spoke about the REP being on a test run. Could you explain what the results are like?
We are testing in 75 districts, over 200 clubs. So we are fine-tuning the program, and we're absolutely ready with the program. Once the test run is over, we hope that we will be able to launch in 2016 to all the clubs step by step, so that they can take benefit of the REP.
At the moment, based on the current results that you've already witnessed, what further developments would you recommend for the program?
No, the program is absolutely ready. We will only fine-tune. It has been in development for the last 5 years. We have had our growing pains organizationally to get this program to this position, and all the 57 modules are ready, and I had a handout prepared on the new Revitalized Education Program at the convention. So that's the direction of the program. Program is just ready there in some already being tested in 200 clubs. So we're ready with the program. We are excited when we want to wait for a time that every member of the organization has this program in their hands. Have this program in their hands.
How soon can we expect that?
2016, hopefully. Hopefully 2016.
Sir, tell us about...
We don't want to make a mistake. Right? We want to get it right. It's not about the exact time that we will launch. It is about launching it with the right sense, for the right reason and the right purpose. So, hopefully 2016.
Sir, tell us about the distinguished district program and the distinguished division programs.
Starting from the club, we have aligned all the distinguished programs right up to international. So, all the distinguished programs will determine the factors of success of each unit of the program. That is, starting from club, area, division and district, which will ultimately show the results at the end of the year, how the organization has done. So, it is important to follow all the criteria of distinguished program at all levels, so that we're sure that the members are being served. But my humble appeal is not to chase behind those numbers, but it is to chase behind the quality of our club meetings and the quality of members we produce in the world. It is not about being a distinguished Toastmaster. Whether that distinguished Toastmaster is able to stand there proud and say that I am a product of Toastmasters, and in the public eyes, whether it is not the matter whether we are a distinguished Toastmaster or an advanced Toastmaster. The matter relies largely, and it depends largely on how we are able to conduct ourselves in the area of communication and leadership, so that we can be proud that we have served ourselves, so that we can serve the world.
Do you believe chasing after the numbers will compromise on the quality?
Absolutely, absolutely. We should chase behind the numbers for the right reasons. I don't say numbers are not important. The number of members seated at a meeting is important to derive the best benefits of the program. But if you only chase behind numbers and compromise on the quality, we will be only producing numbers. And all these things happen right down at the club level. If we don't get the club right, we will not get the member right. And it is that member who serves to be the international president. So that is why it is important to serve the member at club level properly, so that we embrace the program in its true sense to produce the right quality of our members.
Sir, one final question. Now you've already been inducted as the first Vice President of International Toastmasters, and very soon you will be the President of International Toastmasters. Just tell us about the greater objectives of being President of International Toastmasters.
The greatest objective of being the President of Toastmasters International to leave the organization one notch better than probably I will take over. But do I have any personal goals to accomplish? Absolutely not. Right? The organization continues. The leaderships continue with their work. And I want to be a part of leaving that organization better than before, because it is not, as our international president rightly said in the August viewpoint, Mohammed Murad said in his viewpoint, it is very important to work diligently, not for today, but your work today may pay results in 5 years, 10 years. And that's the day I want to say that I have done a piece of job. It is not about accomplishing personal goals in leadership. It is about accomplishing organizational goals at every level, at all times of leadership.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.